Welcome back, everybody. My name is Tom Olsen. The name of the show is Olsen on Law, every Saturday, 11 a.m. right here on News 96.5. I'd like to introduce to you Attorney Charlie Price of the Price Law Firm in Orlando. He's been a lawyer for 25 years. He specializes in tax resolution and debt problems. Charlie wrote a book, I Can't Pay the IRS, Now What? The Ultimate Insider's Guide to Solving Your Tax Problems Once and for All. Hey, Charlie, welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, Tom. Good morning, Chris. How are you?
We are doing fantastic. Thank you so much. Now, Charlie, I am now getting regular calls on a regular basis from people who are saying, Tom, I'm getting calls from somebody who says that I owe money to the IRS. They are demanding that I wire money to the IRS right away through Western Union. Tom, is this for real or not? And Charlie, I'm assuming it's not for real.
Yeah, it's not, and I really hate to hear that, but this kind of rears itself every once in a while, and I actually got a couple calls last week from clients of my own, and I'll tell you this: the IRS will never call you out of the blue unless they've gone through a series of statutorily required correspondence over several months. They just won't call you. They will send you letters that are required to do it by statute. So if somebody calls you out of the blue and says they want money from you and they represent the IRS, it's a scam. And I'll tell you other things the IRS won't do. They won't demand that you use a specific payment amount, like wiring money by Western Union or using prepaid debit cards. They won't ask for credit card or debit card information over the phone. And the other thing, this always scares me a lot and scares the clients, which is they'll tell them they're going to bring the police or the sheriff over to arrest them if they don't immediately do this. And the IRS will not do that. So if you get these kind of calls, first of all, don't do anything. Call someone, call your attorney, or call the IRS and ask them if this person is legitimate. Even if the telephone number that comes up on your caller ID is one of the IRS telephone numbers, because they can spoof those numbers, don't believe it. Call the IRS yourself and ask if you need to verify.
Well, Charlie, thank you for that. Now, by the way, if the IRS, let's say they've written you a whole bunch of letters. These are legitimate letters coming from the IRS. Let's say that the IRS does start picking up the phone and calling somebody. Does the IRS, do they ever get kind of threatening over the phone to people if they really are the IRS?
They can. And depending on the reason for the IRS being involved, if it's payroll taxes or if there's some fraud involved, very often it goes into what's called the Criminal Investigation Division, and they can, in fact, arrest you, but they have their own people to do that. So it can get very bad, and if you're really starting to get those kind of calls, then it's time to bring in someone like me to talk to the IRS for you. Because once I get involved, they never have to talk to the IRS
and Charlie,
again.
Charlie, who are your typical clients?
They range from small business owners, a lot of restaurant owners, to contractors, to people who pull money out of their retirement savings but don't pay the taxes. It kind of runs the gamut from people on Social Security to people with big, giant businesses. And,
Charlie, tell the listeners how they can get hold of you.
Well, they can download my book, and for your listeners, we send out the hard copy for free at theirsbook.com. They can also download my IRS app, which is IRS Attorney, or they can find us at cpricelawfirm.com or 407-834-0090.
Thank you, Charlie. We appreciate it. That's Attorney Charlie Price from the Price Law Firm right here in Orlando. He is a tax lawyer specializing in tax resolution and debt problems. My name is Tom Olsen. The name of the show is Olsen on Law. You're listening to News 96.5.